What is up, YouTube? It is your boy DB, and we are here. We got no name. We just pulling up to the spot and talking these sports. Uh, Yesterday was Summer League Day 2, and although I don't have the official scores for every game, I want to talk about the Warriors and the Charlotte game because that's the game I was watching yesterday, and it's a pretty good game. Saw a lot, didn't see much at the same time, so it's a little bit of both. Brandon Miller, the second pick in the draft, he only scored 5 or 7 points. It was something small. He didn't take that many shots though. He had a lot of fouls. I wouldn't say press the panic button yet, but there wasn't much to see yesterday. I am not here for that because I didn't make it to the league myself. That kid. More congrats to that kid for making it number 2 pick. But yesterday he came up a little bit short yesterday. And I didn't take his points. Good thing I faded it. I think they were around like 16.5 or 18.5 points. So good thing I didn't take that. I did take Charlotte though. Charlotte was giving 2.5 points and they got crushed. They lost by 15. And one thing you have to do is not do what I did. So halfway through the game, maybe a little bit more, a little deep into the third, I saw that Golden State was up by like 25, 26, and the kid Quinones and Pazinski, they were on fire. And it just looked like the Hornets just couldn't score, and Brandon Miller was literally not shooting. So I took the Warriors. I then went against my first bet, which was only a little $10. Then I bet 10 on the Memphis and whoever they played game. I went against Memphis. They were getting either 2.5 or 4.5, something like that. And so then I was like, you know what? Let's get my money back for Golden State. And then I threw 15 on Golden State, giving 18.5 points. And of course, the end ended up being Golden State wins by 15, so I lose both sides. So yeah, moral of the story, don't do what I did. If you put your bet in, just leave it straight up. But as long as you use bankroll management, you shouldn't have any problems. Now, I don't know if I could say even the word. I'm new to everything. I don't want to get strikes for saying certain words, so I shouldn't even say that word anyways. Bankroll management, though, is a serious thing if you're going to be doing this for a hobby. This isn't to try to get rich off of or try to change your life. Straight up, only play with what you can be comfortable losing at the end of the day. Some people like to go out to eat. Some people like to go to the movies. Some people like to go to basketball games. Some people like to do drugs. Some people like to put $5, $10, $20, $50 on a game and sweat it out, you know? And I'm that guy. So the point is, make sure you have bankroll management. That way, if you lose, you're not going to be losing your house over it. Meaning, let's say you have a $200 bankroll. Your betting limit should be $10 to $20 per bet. Shouldn't be more than 10% of your bankroll ever. So basically, it should always be around 5 to 6% of your bankroll. But I mean, to be honest, if you're putting $5 on a game, what is that? You know, I'm just saying most people that aren't really familiar with it can jump in with a $200 bankroll and have fun, betting $10, $20 a game. You know, so it would take 10 losses in a row at $10 to lose all your money, basically, as long as you're using bankroll management. Or even if you went 20, it would take 10 in a row, you know, which is very unlikely if you're using your head, using other people helping you, you know, things like there's discords. I'm a part of a great discord, the Dub Club. Shout out to Captain Crush. We get a lot of money in that group, and he gives you, if you use his code on Underdog Sleeper, he'll give you a free month in the Discord. And I guarantee you, every month, so I've only paid for it 1 month, but I used the first free month, I ate off of that month, and then the next month, literally the day of re-up, I think I made like $750 that day. Made like a nice $1,500 with them. in like 5 days or 4 or 5 days. So it was good. I like, and it's mad fun because at all times you can just go in there and talk to people, not like chat about like life, but you're helping each other try to find good props basically. And sometimes people make good jokes. It's fun, and the owner of the Discord is real personable. Like when you go in there and you talk, he answers you pretty much immediately. So a lot of people don't do that. My wife was pretty impressed by that. Like she was like shocked that I was just literally sitting there talking to him in front of her. She's like, wow, I can't believe he's talking to you. But yeah, anyways, Summer League went down. Charlotte got their ass whooped. The kid Quinones and Pazinski both showed up and did their damn thing. Now those kids are some true warriors. They chucked up 100 threes. Pazinski shot 5 for 9. I mean, no, not Pazinski. Pazinski shot 2 for 6 from the three, but still 2 threes. That's pretty good. He was 7 for 14 from the field. And then Quinones shot 8 for 16, 5 for 9 from 3-point. That's great, dog. Them kids showed up last night. They put in that work. They made Brandon Miller look like more like the 10th pick. You know what I mean? But let's jump into why Dame. Next thing we want to talk about is Dame Lillard still hasn't found a home. He told Portland that he wants to be traded from Portland, and he wants to go to Miami. The world, you see, I'm rocking it. You see, I wanted to have it. You know, I fell in love with Miami last year, and I want Dame Lillard to go there. That's the piece we need to get over the hump. Now, I don't want Denver to lose. Don't get it messed up. In my crazy world, Denver's gonna win every year, and Miami is just gonna beat them at the same time. I don't know how that works, but whatever. As long as Miami can make it, I'll be happy. But if Dame goes to Miami, that's a game changer, straight up. There's no doubt about it. And Miami was clearing way to bring in Dame, so now it kind of makes sense. But the reason why I think Dame is gonna go to Miami is because, now, think about the Blazers, right? Everybody's saying that the Blazers got to do what's best for Portland, but they've been not trying to do what's best for Portland. If they were really, truly going to do what's best for Portland, then they would just keep Dame, because Dame is probably the best star available this year, and he wanted to stay. So why would you deal him at all? I would just keep him, you know, if they really were trying to win. But I don't think they're trying to win. I think they're just trying to clear their team and start over. And by starting over, you have to get rid of everybody, including Dame. I mean, they kept their younger stars, but either way, Dame would have never asked for a trade in the first place if he wasn't gonna go to Miami. Like if for all that he would have just stayed, you know, why would he get dealt to a team that he doesn't want to go to? You know, like for all that he would have just stayed in Portland where he didn't want to quote unquote stay. It just makes no sense. Dame deserves it by staying so loyal to Portland and keeping them in the position, not the best position, but at least some type of position over the last 10 years. So he does deserve to choose where he goes, and I'm pretty sure that Portland's just going to give him what he wants. They're just holding out for now. Like I said, Portland was not trying to win this year, although nobody was trying to win this year because everybody was trying to get Wembanyama, but still, they just weren't winning. And last, like I said, he is the best star available now. So why, if you're really doing what's best for your team, then just keep them and build around them. Build around what you got, straight up, because you're not going to get a better player right now than Lillard. You're not. It's just not going to happen. And they know that. And they came to terms with this when they decided to convince Lillard to ask for a trade. Because I guarantee Lillard, if it was up to him, he would never even asked. He would have just stayed to the end of it. He was extra comfortable in Portland. So, yeah, that's that. Next, let's talk James Harden. Where's he going to go? Is he going to stay in Philly? How long is it going to take Daryl Morey to make the trade? I think what's best is that he does stay in Philly. I like Philly. I wanted Philly to win. But then something called the Miami Heat came along. fell in love with them. And the Celtics, oh, I hate the Celtics. They're the worst. But that's another subject. Philly, they were this close, but they just choked, man. They just gave up right at the end. They were right there. Could have just pressed go, and they pressed no. So next year, I'm hoping they just run it back. Like, don't mess it up. And if you are going to get rid of Harden, it's all good because Maxey was great. I like Maxey, but I feel like he's being held down just a little bit by Harden. So I want to see what Maxey can really do without Harden. No offense. Harden's like kind of grumpy. He's like a grumpy old man, you know? And it's just, I don't know. He got like a grumpy vibe to him. And it's like if Embiid isn't on and Harden's not on, you're done. You know what I mean? I like Tobias Harris. That's like that's the man on their team. He don't get enough shine neither. So like with Harden gone, it's gonna free up more space for Tobias Harris to get more like burn, not more burn because they're on the court at the same time a lot. But I mean like more opportunity. The ball's gonna go to him more with Harden gone, and Maxey can definitely turn up and keep up with what Harden was bringing to the table. Probably even better. Because for some reason, it's like when you need Harden to do it the most, he doesn't for some reason. But Maxey, given the opportunity, has pretty much showed up every time. You know, I mean, he's young. He was in a pretty big position last year, going almost to the conference finals. But, well, I guess not really. Second round. I don't know. I'm new to this. Either way, Maxey was good. I'd love to see what he can do without Harden. Now, listen to this trade. What if Harden got traded to Chicago for DeMar DeRozan? Now, that would be a good trade, I think. Harden goes to Chicago. Chicago's not the absolute worst. They need somebody with Zach LaVine. Zach LaVine's like a super dunker with a little bit of three. And Harden's like a shake and bake, draw the foul, shoot the three kind of guy. They're not the same. The way DeRozan's like a cutter, straight cutter. He doesn't really shoot the three that much. And Harden does shoot the three, and so does Zach LaVine. DeRozan and LaVine are kind of the same. So you send DeRozan to Philly because Philly needs that. They don't need a three-point shooter. They need a nice cutter that can get to the line anytime and can actually put his head down and drive and score the ball like DeRozan. And DeRozan's old enough to like want to win. You know what I mean? Like he's not like young. He's at the top of his game right now. He's not still ascending. He's there. He knows how to play. And I think DeRozan would be a good fit in Philly. Now straight up, this is probably not going to happen. This is just a straight up guess out of my mind. But yeah, I think DeRozan to Philly, and then you send Harden to the Bulls. That wouldn't be the worst, because then the Bulls would actually have like somebody, you know, besides Zach LaVine. And then I think they got Vucevic still. So they wouldn't be the worst. But they'll be better, put it that way. And then Philly doesn't lose for losing Harden. And you get like a good player that got the right attitude. You know what I mean? Unlike Harden, no offense. Harden's about turning up. And I get it, man. If I was him, I would be too. I would be a Harden, me. I would not be a DeRozan. No offense, but it is what it is. I probably wouldn't be either because I suck at basketball. But I could shoot a foul shot. That's for damn sure. Let's talk about tonight. We got a couple golf things in tonight. We got some summer league tonight. We got, what else? Some MLB. And it's crazy because my phone is recording it, so I can't even tell you what is what. But I can tell you that we're going to go exactly over everything tomorrow, how I did yesterday. We took 10 on the Spurs. We took 10 on Charlotte. They lost. Then we put 15 more on the on the Warriors. They lost. So now we're down 25. Then we had 10 on the Memphis game. That lost. Now we're down 35. But I threw 20 on San Antonio, and then I threw an extra 10 on San Antonio. So I ended up only being $9 in the hole when it was all said and done. Started with 120 in my bank. When it was all said and done, I had 111. Call it what you want. Till next time, deuces.